Good morning, students. Now, after completing the scalar product of two vectors, let me take this vector product. Vector product of two vectors. Or cross product. Scalar product of two vector or dot product there. Here second one is vector product of two vectors or cross product, entirely different from the previous one. Scalar product is a number and it is defined for both two-dimensional vector and three-dimensional vector. But remember, this one is only for the vector of three-dimensional space. Remember, you cannot find vector product of two vectors of two-dimensional vectors. Remember. Okay, right. Now, let me start one by one. First one is a definition. Definition, as in the case of scalar product, if A and B are two vectors, if A and B are two vectors, then their cross product, in short, instead of writing vector product, I have written cross product. Then their cross product A cross B is defined by definition of cross product I am writing as the point number 1. We have written the same type in scalar product also. Definition, geometrical meaning, formula, how to find A dot B. After that we have taken the problems. Here also, definition, A and B are two vectors, then their cross product A cross B is defined by A cross B equal to mod A mod B mod A mod B. Now, in the previous case it was mod A mod B cos theta, but here it is sin theta. Again note that if it is only sin theta, the formula is very simple. Mod A mod B cos theta, instead of that mod A mod B sin theta. But not only this one. See, another one is a very important thing, into n cap. Cap notation is always for unit vector, length 1. Right? So, where theta is the angle between A and B. Theta is the angle between A and B, as in the case of scalar product also. What about n cap? N cap is a unit vector, no doubt. Cap notation always indicates the unit vector, length 1. N cap is a unit vector in the direction of A cross B. It is the unit vector in the direction of A cross B. Remember, instead of writing this A cross B, n cap is the unit vector in the direction of A cross B means actually should have written this, see, A cross B, in that direction it is the unit vector, see. But it is a little complicated, not nice to look at, see. A cross B, the unit vector in the direction of A cross B is usually written like this. But instead of that, I have taken n cap. So remember, this n cap, actually the vector n, A cross B can be written as n. Let me write that one also. That is n equal to A cross B. Vector n is A cross B. N cap is the unit vector in the direction of A cross B, right? Instead of writing here A cross B cap, I have taken as n cap. So it is the unit vector in the direction of A cross B, in the direction of n. Anyway, also, again, you see, note this one, also n cap is the unit vector perpendicular to both A and B. This is very important. Not only it is in the direction of A cross B, but it is perpendicular to both A and B. See? It is perpendicular to both A and B. Whatever may be the plane containing A and B, that n cap is perpendicular to that plane. Can you imagine that? Just to see, if this one is the plane, see here it's vector A, vector B. Whatever may be the plane, A and B, this unit vector is always perpendicular like this, see. It is perpendicular to the plane containing A and B. Whatever may be the plane A and B, unit vector should be perpendicular to that. So here, if we draw the figure, that one, A, vector A, vector B, A and B, then n cap will be perpendicular. It cannot be shown. Remember, this is A cross B. A cross B is quite perpendicular to the plane containing n cap. It is perpendicular to the plane containing this one. That cannot be drawn because it is three-dimensional. Anyway, you can imagine this n cap or A cross B is always perpendicular to the plane containing A and B. Okay? Right. Next, second point what I have written in scalar product. Definition of the vector. After that, geometrical meaning. So let me write that one. Write correctly the thing. Perpendicular to both A and B. N cap, or it is vector n. A cross B is mod A mod B sin theta into n cap, where n cap is unit vector in the direction of A cross B, or it is the unit vector perpendicular to both A and B. Yes, right. Let me write the second point now. Second point, geometrical meaning of A cross B. Same thing what you have written in scalar product. Let me do the same. Geometrical meaning of A cross B. Geometrical meaning of dot product is, it is magnitude of the first vector into projection of the second vector on first. A dot B means. A dot B means it is actually product of magnitude of the first vector into projection of the second vector on first. It is geometrical meaning. Here what about this geometrical meaning? Let us see. Definition over. Geometrical meaning. Let me draw the figure once again. B, vector A, and vector end point, let me call it as A and B. Again drop the perpendicular M, and this angle between the vector is given theta. Now A cross B equal to mod A mod B sin theta into n cap. Correct, no? By definition, A cross B equal to mod A mod B sin theta n cap. Next, let me take modulus on both sides. Better to write that. Taking modulus on both sides, because n cap is a little problem there. So let me take modulus on both sides. Mod A, not necessary to take once again this. Mod sin theta into mod n cap. Okay. Or mod A mod B sin theta into n cap. It is unit vector, already told. Therefore, its magnitude is always 1. So, not necessary to write here. It is 1. Again continue. Mod A, mod B, sin theta from this. Sin theta means opposite side, BM, divided by hypotenuse, OB. Sin theta from the triangle, it is BM divided by OB. Equal to mod A mod B BM, but OB is once again it is a modulus of the vector B. So I can write like this. Therefore this mod B cancels. You get mod A into BM. Mod A cross B is. But what is this? Tell me. What is that? Tell me. What is mod A into BM? If it is not possible to think about that one, let me continue. 2 into half into mod A into BM. Why I have written like this? Tell me. 2 into half means it is cancelled. So it is only mod A into BM. But remember, this is half into base into height. Just observe there. Half into base, mod A means this, into height BM. So you get actually area of the triangle OBM, sorry, ABO, OBA. So geometrically what you have written? 2 times, or let me write here, 2 times area of the triangle with which triangle? With co-initial vectors A and B. See? With co-initial vectors A and B. With co-initial vectors A and B. Write correctly. Geometrical meaning of this one is, if you find A cross B, the modulus of that one is nothing but 2 times area of the triangle, that's all. 2 times area of which triangle? With the co-initial vectors A and B. If you construct a triangle with the co-initial vector A and B, you are getting actually the 2 times area of that triangle if you find A cross B. If you find A cross B, then take the modulus, what you get? It is 2 times area of the triangle with the co-initial vectors A and B. That is the geometrical meaning. In the previous case, it is projection of the vector. Here it is area of the triangle. But better to write, instead of writing 2 times area of the triangle, why can't I write 2 times area of the triangle means what? Just think here. Correct, no? 2 times OABC. Instead of writing 2 times area of the triangle, why can't I write it is area of the parallelogram with the co-initial vectors A and B. With the co-initial vector A and B, if you draw a parallelogram, you are getting the area of that. A cross B is nothing but area of the parallelogram or 2 times area of the triangle, one and the same. But co-initial vectors should be the sides of the parallelogram, that's all. Let me write that one also. It is 2 times is not there, just area of the parallelogram. Can you see that one, no? In the video, it comes there, no? If I write there. Yes. Area of the parallelogram with co-initial sides A and B over. With the co-initial sides A and B. This is the geometrical meaning. Geometrical meaning. If you find A cross B and take the modulus of that, what you get? Area of the parallelogram or 2 times area of the triangle. So mod A cross B is nothing but area of the parallelogram. Okay, make it clear because very complicated ideas. See the derivation and explanation carefully again and again. Okay. Vector product of 2 vectors in which A cross B mod A mod B sin theta with the n cap. But when you find A cross B and take the modulus of that, actually what you are getting? Area of the parallelogram with the sides A and B. Co-initial sides A and B. Okay, anyway, next. Next, third point. Come to the third point. Then only we can work out the problems. After discussing 3 points as in the previous case, scalar product, here also we have 3 more points. Definition, geometrical meaning, and last one is formula. Write formula to find A cross B. After completing this, we can work out the problems. Formula to find A cross B. Let A equal to x1i plus y1j plus z1k, B equal to x2i plus y2j plus z2k are the 2 vectors. Are the given 2 vectors. Next, A cross B equal to x1i plus y1j plus z1k cross x2i plus y2j plus z2k. There we have taken dot, here it is cross, that's all. Multiply 1 by 1 equal to, carefully, x1i cross x2i, this one over, x1i cross y2j, this one and this over, x1i cross z2k, multiplication by x1i is over. Plus, continue, from this, y1j cross x2i, y1j cross y2j, y1j cross z2k, multiplication by y1j is also over. Plus, z1k cross x2i, z1k cross y2j, z1k cross z2k, multiplication by all the three terms over. Next, simplification. Write the constant together, only collect the vectors, equal to x1, x2 constants, write together, only vectors are I cross I, plus x1, y2 constant, vectors are I cross j, x1, z2, vectors are I cross k, plus y1, x2, j cross I, y1, y2 numbers, vectors are j cross j, y1, z2, vectors are j cross k. Last one is plus, can you see that one now? In the video it comes now? Yes. Write it clearly. Third one is z1 x2, z1 x2, k cross I, z1 y2, k cross j, z1 z2, z1 z2, k cross k, k cross k, equal to x1 x2 mod I into mod I into sine of the angle between I and I. A cross B is mod A, mod B sine theta into n cap. Remember, you have written mod A, mod B sine theta over. What about n cap? Vector perpendicular to both I and I. Whatever may be the vector, both are perpendicular, but sine 0 is there, so you need not bother about the vector. I, j, k. Direction is this. Right, sine 0 is 0, so you need not bother about this one. Plus, write another one. x1, y2, x1, y2, mod I, mod j, sine of the angle between I and j. Careful, I and j, 90 degree. Into unit vector perpendicular to both I and j. I and j are two vectors, no? Perpendicular to the plane containing this one means which one? K. k cap. It is the unit vector perpendicular to both I and j. Right? Next one. Plus third one. 1, 2, 3. x1 z2 mod I mod k sine of angle between I and k reverse minus 90. Careful. Into unit vector perpendicular to both I and k. It is j. Write carefully, please. Plus this one. y1 x2 x1 y2 ij x1 z2 over this one y1 x2 mod j mod I sine of the angle between j and I reverse vector perpendicular to both j and I k plus which are the terms over this one over this is also over, fourth one is also over, y1 x2 j I sine. Next this one y1 y2 mod j sine 0 plus this one y1 z2 mod j mod k sine of j to k 90 degree. Unit vector is I cap. Plus z1 x2 mod k mod I sine k to I positive 90 degree k to I positive z1 x2 positive. Unit vector perpendicular to this is j plus z1 y2 mod k mod j sine of k to j reverse minus 90 k to j. Unit vector is I cap. Last one is z1 z2 mod k sine 0. Enough. Zero. Let me continue in the next video, okay? Let me continue in the next video. Yes, continue it. Equal to x1 x2 1 into 0. Everything is 0. Leave it. x1 y2 1 into k 1 into k. Third one x1 z2 here 1 into minus 1 into y sine of minus 90 j. This one over. Next plus y1 x2 1 into minus 1 into k. Correct, no? See it carefully. This one over. Plus y1 y2 1 into 0. y1 y2 1 into 0 into anything 0. Come to the next one. Plus y1 z2. y1 z2. 1 into 1 into sin 90 also 1 I cap. This one over. z1 x2. z1 x2. 1 into 1 into 1 into j. This one over. z1 y2. 1 into 1 into minus 1 into I. Last one, z1 z2. 1 into 1 into 0 into, leave it. Derivation is a little lengthy, but if you follow the steps clearly, it can be derived easily. Again come back. First one you need not write. Why it is however 0. Leave it. You write this one. x1 y2 k. x1 y2 k. Next one, due to minus sign, x1 z2. x1 z2 minus j. y1 x2. y1 x2 minus k. Write correctly. 0. Leave it. y1 z2. y1 z2 I. z1 x2 j. z1 y2 minus I. 0. Leave it. Again let me continue. Equal to x1 y2 k minus x1 z2 j minus y1 x2 k plus y1 z2 I plus z1 x2 j minus z1 y2 I. Let me write I term together. I term together here. y1 z2 I. Along with that this one minus z1 y2 I. Next j term. x1 z2 j, one more here, plus z1 x2 j. Finally k term. x1 y2 k minus y1 x2 k. Write the vectors containing I, j, k together so that you can remove I outside. I into y1 z2 minus z1 y2 minus j outside x1 z2 minus, because you have removed minus sign outside, z1 x2. Last one, plus k into x1 y2 minus y1 x2, removing I, j, k outside. So remember, this is the formula to find A cross B. A cross B is a vector. How to obtain? This is the formula. but it is a little difficult to remember it, no? Now just to go back to the determinant chapter. It is nothing but determinant of the matrix, 3 into 3 matrix, this one. x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2. Just to verify. I into y1 z2 minus y2 z1. Correct, see? I into y1 z2 minus y2 z1 minus j into x1 z2 minus x2 z1. x1 z2 minus x2 z1. Correct. Plus k into x1 y2 minus x2 y1. Very simple to remember, see? If you find the value of the determinant, what you get? A cross B. So, very simple and interesting formula we got here. A cross B can be calculated just by evaluating the determinant, 3 into 3 determinant. You get A cross B. That finishes all the three things: definition, geometrical meaning, and the formula. Next, let us take one by one problems. Clear, no? See the formula correctly. Just if you evaluate the determinant, you get A cross B. And the full derivation will be here. Try to solve it, work out it, derive it several times. You get the idea behind this particular derivation. Okay, shall I remove this? Let me take one by one examples. Again here also let me start from the formula itself. Problems. First one. If A equal to 3i minus 2j plus k, B equal to 2i plus 3j minus k, find A cross B. Over. Direct question. Use the formula. Find A cross B. You should get a vector because A cross B is a vector. Okay. A cross B equal to, formula is just this: I, J, K, x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2. x1 is, let me list the values: x1, 3, y1, minus 2, z1, 1, x2, 2, y2, 3, z2, minus 1. Minus 1. Calculate. A cross B equal to ijk as it is. x1, y1, z1, write it. 3 minus 2, 3 minus 2, 1. 2, 3 minus 1. 2, 3 minus 1. Equal to I into, or let me write full, minus 2, 1, 3, minus 1, minus j into 3, 1, 2, minus 1, plus k into 3, minus 2, 2, 3. I into 2 minus 3, minus j into minus 3 minus 2, k into 9 minus of minus 4, I into minus 1 minus j into minus 5 k into 13. Final answer is minus I plus 5j plus 13k over A cross B is a vector. A cross B. Just by obtaining value of the determinant 3 cross 3 determinant, you get the cross product of two vector A and B. Two minus 3 minus 1 minus 3 minus 2 plus 5 9 plus 4 13. Correct. Everything is correct. Let me take one more. Better to work out one or two examples. Problem number second. If A equal to I plus 3j plus 5k, B equal to 2i minus j minus k, find A cross B. Same question. I have changed the vector, that's all. A cross B formula is A cross B formula is ijk x1 y1 z1 x2 y2 z. List the values x1 y1 z1 x2 y2 z2. A cross B equal to ijk 1 3 5 2 minus 1 minus 1 2 minus 1 minus 1. Calculation equal to I into 3 5 minus 1 minus 1 minus j into, delete the first row second column, you get 1 5 2 minus 1 plus k into, delete first row third column, get 1 3 2 minus 1 equal to I into minus 3 minus of minus 5 minus j into minus 1 minus 10 plus k into minus 1 minus 6 I into minus 3 plus 5 minus j into minus 11 k into minus 7. Answer let me write here itself. 2i plus 11j minus 7k. A cross B over 2i plus 11j minus 7k. Evaluation of cross or vector product of two vectors. Just if you simplify determinant, you get A cross B. Right? Next, let me take second one, see geometrical meaning. Problem number 3. Find the area of the parallelogram. parallelogram whose co-initial sides are A equal to 3i plus 2j plus k and B equal to 2i plus 5j minus k. Okay. Find the area of the parallelogram whose co-initial sides are. You are coming back, evaluating using the formula over. Now previous one, second one, geometrical meaning, in which we get this. See, actually area of the parallelogram means what? Formula, area of the parallelogram with co-initial sides A and B is mod A cross B. If you find A cross B, that is just similar to the previous one. Now extra work is find the modulus of that. It is the area, nothing else. Finding A cross B is the same thing. Only have to take the modulus of the answer. See, if you take the modulus of that, it is a number. That is nothing but area of the parallelogram. Okay, let me continue. Area of the parallelogram with the co-initial sides A and B is this. A cross B is I, J, K, x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2. x1 is 3, 2, 1. x2 is 2, y2 5, z2 minus 1. Calculate the determinant. You get A cross B. Take the modulus of that. It is nothing but area of the parallelogram. A cross B equal to IJK 3 to 1 2 5 minus 1 I into 2 1 5 minus 1 J into 3 1 2 minus 1 K into 3 2 2 5. I into minus 2 minus 5 minus J into minus 3 minus 2 K into 15 minus 4. 3 into 5, 15 minus 4. Minus 7i minus 5 plus 5j 11 plus 11k. Mod A cross B, root of x square plus y square plus z square, root of minus 7 square, 5 square, 11 square. 49, 25, 121. Root of 170, 195 I think. 1, 6, 15, 1, 3, 5, 9, 1. Correct. Therefore, area of the parallelogram is root 195 root 195 square units. A cross B is the common procedure, you have to do it. If you find modulus of that, it is nothing but area of the parallelogram. If I ask you to find the area of the triangle, once again same, A cross B, mod A cross B, but here you have to give half of this one because there are two triangles. Parallelogram means there are two triangles, therefore entire parallelogram area will be this. Half of this one is nothing but area of the triangle. So let me give that one also. Find the area of the triangle. Find the area of the triangle. Same thing you are doing in all the three problems. This is fourth one. Find the area of the triangle. Co-initial sides of which are A equal to 7i minus 5j plus 3k and B equal to 2i plus 4j minus k. There is same procedure you have to do. Find A cross B. Modulus of A cross B. Half of that one is area of the triangle. That's all. So, area of the triangle with co-initial sides A and B is equal to half into mod A cross B. Area of the parallelogram, half of that one is area of the triangle, that's all. So A cross B is I, J, K, x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2. x1 is 7, y1 is minus 5, z1 is 3, x2 is 2, y2 is 4, z2 is minus 1. Calculation equal to ijk 7 minus 5 3 2 4 minus 1 equal to I into minus 5 3 4 minus 1 minus j into 7 3 2 minus 1 k into 7 minus 5 2 4 I into minus into minus plus 12 j into minus 7 minus 6 k into 28 minus of minus 10 minus of minus 10, or it is I into minus 7 minus j into minus 13 plus k into 38 minus 7i plus 13j plus 38k. Mod A cross B, root of x square plus y square plus z square, which is equal to minus 7 square, 13 square, 38 square. Let me calculate it carefully. 49, 169. This one let me see here. Equal to root 13, 22, 6, 12, 16, 5, 6, 1. 9, 18, 22, 6, 12, 16, 1, 2, 6, 1. Area of the triangle is equal to half into root 1662 square units. Area of the triangle is half of that one. Half into root 1662 square units. Write it correctly. Yes, it is enough. In this video, let me continue some more problems in the next video. Thank you.